AD9 air dryer on the air brake system of this Freightliner fld120 went out recently. It wasn't working well. It got to the point that the gasket around here was leaking. The compressor is slobbering a little bit of oil, pushing it into the air system, so that's coming out through there. This is why it's oily. So I had to bypass it yesterday because I've got so much tools and parts in the truck that and emergency gear that the big box this new dryer came in didn't fit. It comes with a nice new pigtail in case you need a cord there for it, or if you're installing this kind instead of some other one so that it's got it. So I'm going to carry that in the cab because the original cord and pigtail is still good. Here I want to show I keep spare parts in the truck in case I need a bypass. So I had this flare fitting to go right into this hose, which took the place of the one in the compressor. And I had this straight nipple to go between two. I had a 45-degree connection here to fit this size plastic tubing, but it was apparently damaged just from riding around in trucks for years or something. So I simply took the one off of the compressor itself in order to connect these together. This is a supply line from the air compressor, and this is the outlet from the dryer to go to the tanks on the truck. I've had to before, didn't have any fittings at all on either a truck I was driving or one I was doing a service call on. I've had to take the fittings here, just simply take this one out of the compressor, out of the dryer, and this thread here is kind of similar to the threads on this flare fitting, but of course that's not a flare. I wrapped that with electric tape because there was no Teflon available, threaded it together, and was able to build up enough air to get the truck off the road or further down the road to where then the dryer could be replaced for a permanent repair. That's something you can do. It's wise if you're trucking yourself to keep some of these handy. The situation I got in, this was just popping off out of the moisture ejector every 30 seconds or so yesterday, and I actually drove roughly 30 miles that way until I got to a truck stop that's less busy, and once I was needing to make a pit stop for the restroom and whatever anyhow, so that I wouldn't have to stop so many times. And then just drained all the air out of the tanks on the truck so that it would get rid of the moisture for one, but so that it wouldn't just be blasting air out where I was trying to work. And then bypass the thing, and it's kind of tied off there because there was already a strap to hold this bumper that doesn't stay together and keeps being patched, and then got it in business. So the new one comes with its own mounting brackets and hardware, so I'll need to slide this over the top, take a couple bolts out of the assembly here to bolt it on. No big deal. And it has the longer bolts to replace these so that you still have enough threads for the nylock nuts to actually work. So I'll be changing those out. Got an air ratchet over there I'm using with my own shop air. That one is nice, solid, wherever it went. My hand's in the way. In here, I'll just do this. Okay, quiet, right? Not only did this one start popping off, but it was probably close to the point of just blasting constantly where it would have caused me to lose air. Because either something broke or because of lack of maintenance. These are maintenanceable. You can get the kit to rebuild the end kit that pops off. That's one of the first things I did. I didn't have a kit for it, but I had another valve available when that messed up, so I just swapped it for a used old one that I kept on hand at home. But inside the filter cartridge here either came loose from where it connects or broke. That could have been already changed the filter out in the past, or that could be repaired now. We've got a new one. It's getting swapped out and get this thing ready for the next work day.